Catherine grew worried after observing two unaccompanied minors entering the forest towards an abandoned house for 2 consecutive days. To ensure their safety, she decided to investigate the reason for their actions. Catherine Adams, a 35-year-old widow, was previously a lawyer along with her late husband. They both loved walking in the forest every weekend, and Catherine has continued this tradition even after her husband's passing, feeling that it keeps him close to her. One particular month, she realized she saw two children walking through the forest in the same direction without adult supervision. They were there when she hiked on a Saturday and the very next day as well. The children were clearly born years apart. The girl looked to be about 14, while the boy looked to be around 8 years old. They looked alike and were well dressed in neatly pressed clothing and new-looking shoes. To make sure the kids weren't in any trouble, Catherine decided to follow them. She observed them going into an abandoned house where they spent some time. As Catherine stepped closer, she decided to look into the window. There, she saw a man dressed in old ragged clothes giving both children a tight hug. She ran in thinking they were being taken advantage of and threatened to call the police. "What are you doing to these children? Let them go or I'll call the police," she demanded. The man and both children were surprised to see somebody else in the house with them. "Why would you call the police? Is it wrong for a man's children to visit him after his wife kicked him out of the house? Is it because I look like I'm up to no good?" the man asked. "Please don't call the police," the little boy cried. "This is our dad. Our mom banned him from visiting us, so we've been finding ways to visit him instead. We love him so much and don't want to live our lives without him," he explained. Realizing her mistake, Catherine quickly apologized. "I'm so sorry for judging you wrongly. I was just alarmed that two unattended children were wandering the woods and ended up in an abandoned house with a man. I'm sorry for misreading the situation." "It's all right. You had good intentions," the man replied. "I'm Arnold. This is my daughter Anna and my son Carl. Come sit. Let's have some tea," he said, offering Catherine a chair.
Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
Catherine smiled and agreed to stay. It was the least she could do after barging in on them uninvited. While they were drinking, Arnold explained that the house was his great-grandfather's. He didn't want to end up in the streets, so he settled for a house in the middle of the forest instead. "I hope you don't mind me asking, Arnold, what happened with your wife?" Catherine asked. "Well, I was retrenched from my job because the company I was working at filed for bankruptcy. No other company is hiring because of the state of the economy, so I ended up jobless. My wife was furious and kicked me out of the house. She filed for divorce and got custody of the children," he revealed. "I'm sorry to hear that," Catherine said. Then, she turned to the kids and asked them a question. "Do you want to live with your dad?" "Yes," they both responded confidently. "Our mom found a man to replace Dad as soon as she kicked him out. I think they've been seeing each other even before she decided to leave Dad. Since then, she honestly just stopped caring about us. All she wanted to make sure of was that our dad wouldn't get custody," Anna told Catherine. Catherine was determined to help them. She let them know that she was a lawyer and that she wanted to take over their case pro bono. They battled in court, and Arnold won the case. After Catherine provided sound evidence that Arnold was a responsible and loving dad, the court granted their appeal and returned him half of the ex-couple's conjugal property and custody of their two children. "Thank you, Catherine. You changed our lives forever," Arnold said as they got out of the courtroom. "You don't have to mention it. I'm glad I was able to do this for you," she replied with a smile. "I know it will take a couple of days before they return your property back to you. If you'd like, the three of you can stay at my house for the time being. I have extra rooms," Catherine offered. "That's very kind of you, Catherine. Thank you, really. But before that, you must join my kids and me at our favorite restaurant. Today calls for a special celebration," Arnold said. As time passed, Arnold and Catherine gradually grew closer. Arnold confessed his attraction to Catherine since their initial encounter in the forest, and Catherine reciprocated. Upon the finalization of Arnold's divorce from his ex-wife, the couple decided to tie the knot. They blended their families and raised Anna and Carl as one, creating a warm and loving home.